Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Play Wasteland 2. We are in Egg Center, the main building, and we need to talk to Kathy and Matt. Kathy reported the emergency, so let's start with her. Kathy is a tall woman with dark skin and high cheekbones. She wears a white lab coat. She does not look happy to see you though.
Rangers, where have you been?
Ms. Lawson, meet the new recruits. Recruits, meet Ms. Lawson.
Forget the friendly introductions, Angie. Wasn't the deal we made with the Rangers, we give you food, you give us protection? Well, your recruits are looking pretty goddamn well fed, but we've been up to our tits in killer tomatoes for 8 hours, and not a Ranger in sight.
You should take it from here.
Alright, let's go then. Killer tomatoes. And killer pumpkins, killer fruit flies. All of a sudden all our plants started growing out of control, mutating, exploding, attacking my people. It's like they've gone rabid or something. Didn't you hear our distress call? We've been calling for help forever. Well, we're here now, ready to help.
About time. Now listen, we think the mutations stem from contamination in our irrigation system. Unfortunately, the computer that operates the pumps seems to be malfunctioning and we can't shut it off remotely. Maybe its circuits are overloaded from all the alarms going off. The computer is down the corridor past the airlock behind us. I can open that lock, but if you're gonna do your job and rescue our guys, see Rose.
All right.
She has the current override codes for the greenhouse airlocks. Either way, we'll lead you to the computer room eventually. If you can get the computer working, you can shut down the pumps from there. If not, you'll have to go into the east and west fields and turn off the valves by hand. Now get going before any more of my people die.
Your people are in danger? I guess so. Matt and Rose and I managed to get to safety, but the others? What about the others? The researchers and farmers? They're still out in the fields and greenhouses. We've been watching them dying one by one on the monitors. And for some of them it's been even worse. What could be worse than that? Well, you saw her, that thing you met out front. She was one of my assistants. All of them were our people, and now they are, I don't know what they are, pod people. What happened to the researchers? The researchers were in the greenhouses mostly. A lot of the cameras were obscured by plant growth, so I don't know what happened to them. But there were terrible screams. And the farmers, I've been watching them dying for hours. I know those men, they were good friends, and now they're gone. Yes, tell us about the layout of the facility. The east and west greenhouses, where we do most of our testing, are in this building. The west field and the east field are in the big enclosures on either side. They're probably all destroyed by now. So you have a monitor system. We do. The whole facility is rigged with cameras and an intercom, though the plants have wrecked it in places. It's been horrible seeing what's going on, but not able to help. What went wrong with the plants? Rose thinks it started with some contamination in the fertilization system. She also thinks it's deliberate sabotage. Alright, I hate to think that, but whatever it is, all the vegetation is growing out of control and mutating. The insects too, they are enormous. Here we already encountered a few enormous flies. How big are we talking? Well, flies as big as bald eagles. And don't forget the, what was it? Maggots. What can you tell me about Rose? She's our best researcher. She is in her lab trying to find out what went wrong. But even if she figures it out, she is an old lady. There's no way she could go in there to fix it. That's why we called the Rangers. And what about the lab? Our research lab where we experiment with new breeds, it's down the hall to the east, and that's where we can find a Rose. You think someone from Egg Center is behind this? I hope not. I don't want to think that anyone here would do this. We are a happy family. We all want the same thing, to make the wasteland green again. Right. What do you know about the computer?
Sometimes I think that thing is more trouble than it's worth. It's supposed to automate all our irrigation and feeding, but it seems to be, like, on the fritz most of the time.
Alright. Who's Matt Forrestal? He's the man in the wheelchair at the monitor desk. Hey, Rangers. He's the one who called Ranger Citadel 8 hours ago. He was hurt. The plants have begun growing strange exploding pods and he got caught in a blast. His whole left side is a mess. Right, tell me about these exploding pods.
As if the rest of this craziness wasn't enough, the plants are also starting to explode. Get too close to one of those red pods and bam! Come to think of it, everyone who's changed into one of those pod people got blasted first. If I could get one of those pods to study, intact, I might be able to come up with a cure. You'll need to move slow and careful to get close to the pod without setting it off. If one of you greenhorns has a green thumb, that might come in handy too. I suppose a handful of fragments of pods, let's say 10, would do the trick, if you can't manage to collect a whole one.
Alright, well, we already have one.
If we don't find a cure, the infection will surge back and we'll all be dead.
So let's first collect them all before we talk about the pod fragments. Also, I don't think she thinks much of the Desert Rangers at the moment. So we'll also bring this up later. Same with the radio dish.
Yes, go. Do your job. I'll open the central airlocks for you now, but remember, we might have people trapped in the greenhouses, so talk to Rose for the door codes.
All right. Very good. And logbook updated. Quickly check that. Kathy Lawson wants us to shut down the irrigation systems in the east and west fields to halt the progress of the contamination. That's destroying Egg Center. And we can reach both fields through the basement. And Kathy also wants us to bring her samples of the exploding seed pods, 10 pod fragments, to study in pursuit of a cure. Right, we could try to find Rose somewhere around here, or we could talk to Matt. Let's maybe do that first. This is a lean, square-shouldered guy in a flannel shirt and jeans. He would look trim and healthy if his left arm and leg weren't all wrapped up in bandages and his face all bruised and sliced up. And this is Angela. Matt, good to see you. What happened to you?
Hey, Angie. Got hit by one of those exploding pods.
Are you okay?
Oh, Kathy says she can fix me up. I hope so. Hurts like the dickens.
Well, take care, Matt.
I recognize the uniforms, but not the faces. Y'all must be new recruits. Hope this ain't your first dance, though, 'cause I got the feeling it ain't gonna be a walk in the park. Name's Matt Forrestal. I guess I'm the boss around here. Used to wear one of them stars, though, back in the day.
You used to wear the badge?
Yes, indeed. I was a ranger. Back before old Vargas's hair turned gray and Ace was just still a 3 of clubs. Quit to run the Ag Center after I took a bullet in the gut. Missed any organs, but I just couldn't move like I used to.
Have you heard about Ace's death?
Yeah, I heard. Bet I knew before the Rangers did.
Alright.
Damn shame. Wish I could have gone to his retirement party. Hope you kids did him proud.
How did you know about Ace?
Heard about it from one of our farmers named Skinner. Said he talked to some wandering merchant who traveled with him and seen the attack. Recognized Ace by his description. That crazy hair of his.
Yeah, and the wandering merchant was mentioned on the logbook page we found earlier. Who was this merchant?
Don't know anything else about him. You're welcome to ask Skinner, if he's still alive.
Alright, we need to talk to Skinner. What can you tell me about him?
He helps cultivate the fungi in the mushroom caves. Good man, if a little too partial to snake squeezings. Last I saw of him, he was in the mushroom caves looking for his family right after the plants went loco.
Mushroom caves?
They're below the center. You can get to them through the computer room. Perfect for growing fungi down there.
Alright. Do you know anything about the attack that killed Ace?
Sorry. Wish I did. Skinner just said the merchant told him it was a strange man, but that was all. Maybe you can get more out of him.
What do you do as the boss?
Normally, just keep everything organized and humming along. Today, get blown up, fail to help my people, I guess. Sorry, Rangers. I don't mean to be all self-pity and rain clouds. Just having a shitty day.
How are your people faring?
We've lost a lot of good ones, but I'm damn proud of everyone. We haven't had widespread panic. Tensions aren't spilling over too bad. Folks are doing their honest best trying to help where they can. If you find anyone as you make your way into the complex, I'll make sure you get commendations and compensation for helping them out.
Alright. We can do that, I suppose. What can you tell me about X Center?
Damn proud of this place. Signed on here because I figured there were ways other than shooting bad guys that I could make the Wasteland a better place. And make a profit at the same time. Not doing too bad at it either. Got a little distribution deal with the rail nomads, and hopefully soon we'll be keeping the local communities fat and happy. Even Ranger Citadel. Of course, this little crisis might change all that. Serious setback.
What do you mean, distribution?
Well, the food ain't doing any good if it just sits here and rots, is it? I let the researchers figure out the best way of growing things. My job is to get it to the people.
Tell me about the rail nomads.
Yeah. Once they get themselves straightened out, we plan to use their rail lines to ship to all our customers. But until we can stop this crisis and make sure the food is safe again, nobody's gonna get fed.
Alright, what do you know about the crisis?
Don't know what happened exactly. Rose seems to think our irrigation system's been monkeyed with. Whatever it is, everything in the facility is mutating faster than we can keep track of. The plants are growing weird, exploding pods. The insects are as big as bear cats. Even the men. I don't know what they're turning into, but it's horrible. It's got to be stopped.
Tell me about Rose.
One of our researchers, a mentor to all the rest of us. I think she's working down the hall to the left there.
Alright. And what are these exploding pods?
They're red seed pods that explode when you get close to them. That's what happened to me. Tried to go in and pull one of the farmers out. Damn pod went off like a grenade. Still haven't got all the shrapnel out either. Stings like damnation.
How can we stop the outbreak?
Well, I don't know if we're gonna manage to find a way to reverse all this, but we gotta at least stop it from getting worse, and that means we gotta get that irrigation system turned off. You already talked to Kathy about that, right?
We did, right? How did you get hurt? I think he just told us that. He got close to a seed pod, but alright. How did you get hurt?
Got a little too close to one of those exploding pods. Now I got a little plant shrapnel souvenir. No big deal.
Do you have any supplies stocked up that we could use?
Things are a little paltry right now, but I've got some gear you can make use of.
Excellent. Let's see what he has. A Mark 27. It's an upgrade for Murdoch. Not an amazing upgrade though. It's an assault rifle, a rust bucket. Also an upgrade for Hannibal and Angela. But also not amazing. But we don't need this. And the hobo basher. Yeah, not great stuff. Matt. Kinda lacking. Sell the junk. Do we have anything else we want to sell? Well, the sap glass. Other than that, I don't think we want to sell anything. Let's just keep our money. See you later, Matt.
Thanks for coming by, Rangers. Always good to see new recruits taking their first steps into the big wide world. Howdy, recruits. How'd you doing there?
Right, let's talk to Rose, I guess. And this is basically not accessible. Booby trapped, 11% chance. It's Matt's office, right? Got another door here that is locked. We can open that. And this is just a door.
Don't touch anything!
Right. There's Rose. A hunched, grey-haired old woman with a face like a dried apple, apparently. She has a kindly smile, but eyes as sharp as cobra fangs. And the research lab looks like a crazy woman went to town. Bottles, flasks and samples taken from the mutant veggies lie everywhere. Rose also has a high-tech artificial left hand and a revolver peeking out from under her lab coat.
If it isn't Dr. Rose. Still as creepy as ever, I see.
Hello, Angela dear. Still as fearful and technophobic as ever, I see.
After what I've been through, can you blame me? Robot arms make me nervous.
Do you say the same to your old friend Gilbert? I understand he has a new leg now.
I hate that thing. I told him not to get it.
You would rather he was still lame?
Leave me alone.
Sorry to be so brusque, children. Everything in this room is an experiment in progress, and not to be disturbed. Now what can I do for you? I assume you're the help that Matthew and Catherine said was coming from the Ranger Citadel?
What kind of experiment were you doing?
We at the Ag Center are constantly looking for newer, safer ways to improve crop yield and wholesomeness. This lab is where that experimentation takes place.
Alright. That's a pretty high-tech left hand you have.
Oh, that? I lost it in a gardening accident. A traveling doctor gave me the new one. Quite a gadget, isn't it?
What can you tell us about the doctor?
She said she was from the east of the old prison, which is odd now that I come to think of it. Radiation's closed off the way east for years.
Do you know how the gadget works?
I'm a botanist, not an engineer. But it's almost as dexterous as the old one. I've gotten quite used to it. I wish I could say the same about the fuel cell that powers it.
A fuel cell? What's that?
I shouldn't have brought it up. I don't like to talk about it. It's some kind of high-tech power source. The unsettling thing is that the doctor implanted it in my chest. I have a glowing blue gem set right into my sternum.
All right. What do you think of Matt?
He's our fearless leader and a dear, dear boy. Things have really improved here since he took over. I hope that exploding pod didn't do him any lasting damage. We need him now more than ever.
What's your take on Catherine?
She's a bright young thing. I taught her all I know about plants and seeds, and she has gone on to outstrip me in every way. A sponge for knowledge. I hope she can figure out the root of this madness. It's got
Yeah.
me stumped.
And what do you know about this madness?
It has to be contamination in the irrigation system. We feed the plants a brew of nutrients through a series of pipes. I can only think that some strange toxin got into the mixture. Unfortunately, the computer that controls the system seems to be stuck in feed mode. And none of us who made it to the lobby is savvy enough to repair it.
Alright. And what about the exploding pods?
Many of the plants are growing them now. They explode when you get near them. What's strange is some of the infected farmers and researchers are growing pods too, as if they were becoming plants as well. I don't understand it.
The farmers are infected?
You didn't see them out in the yard? You're lucky. They're attacking everything that moves. And I'm afraid the poor fellows in the east and west fields will be affected too.
The researchers are in trouble?
Those men and women are some of my best friends. And now, I'm afraid they're changing just like the farmers. If you are willing to dare the greenhouses, you might be able to save some of them. I hope.
Alright, well, we can probably do that. What can you tell us about the greenhouses?
The greenhouses are where we test new species. There's one on either side of the central corridor. I'm afraid a lot of my fellow researchers are trapped in there, if they haven't already transformed. I have the airlock codes to go in there, but I don't know if I dare. Not alone.
Do you have the airlock codes? Well, she just mentioned that, but alright.
Yes, I have the greenhouse codes, but listen. I want to come with you. I need more samples if I'm going to make sense of this mess. If you let me come with you, I'll take you through the doors myself, and I can help you find your way around. And don't worry, I have a gun. I can take care of myself. What do you say?
A gun?
Every rose has its thorns, children. Mine's an antique. Can I join you?
Sure.
Excellent. Let me just turn this burner off and I'll be all ready. We can stock up for my lab supplies if you'd like.
Sounds like a plan. Let's check the logbook. Right, this is from Matt. He asks us to locate and rescue any surviving researchers and farmers. Nothing else. Let's check a Rose. Level 4 Ranger. Or she is a Ranger right now. Decent coordination and awareness. Genius level intelligence. And skills. Alright, that's all skills are new to the squad. Surgeon, computer science, handguns and alarm disarming. Very good. And she has this. It uses shotgun shells, but it requires the handgun skill. Alright. I don't think we have another weapon for her at this moment. No, alright. Rogue chance 15%. So probably need to work on leadership as soon. Right, and the perks. Cyber Scrounger. Gain energy cells when using computer science and alarm disarming. Alright, welcome to the team. And we can stock up with stuff from the lab apparently. We'll do that in the next episode. For now I'll make a cut here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.